All right. Thank you all for being here. Can we just get a round of applause that, you know what I mean? We're here. We're slightly buzzed. It's not snowing yet, you know? All right. My name is Joel Edwards, and I'm the creator of something called the Moonlighters Club podcast. And what the Moonlighters Club podcast is, I interview entrepreneurs who work full-time jobs to support themselves. And the reason being is because when I was at school at Suffolk as a 28-year-old freshman, I was trying to figure things out, and I thought I was going to build a mobile app, right? And every time you go online, you have people telling you these heroic stories of how they were like in a dorm room with their boys, and they had mad users and raised all this money, and they never had to pay rent. So I thought that was going to be me until I graduated college. And I realized I was 30, living with my grandmother with no income coming in, no working app, and I had to go to work. So I've done everything from manage UPS stores, working at Kinko's while building this thing up. And actually, I was, for a little bit, living in Grove Hall, if you're familiar with the Boston area. It's a little bit that way, a little less gentrified right up the hill. And every day I wake up 2 hours early before I went to Suffolk, and then eventually before I went to work, to hit the library and try to like just work on something and build something. And I did that for about 3 or 4 years until I realized what I was working on wasn't working. So what it was a mobile app called Fittus, F-I-T-T-U-S, and it was going to be for gym members to find workout partners. And it sounds kind of dope, right? No, it wasn't. The concept was dope, right? I could do all the cool stuff like design and like pitch competitions. I'd win money, but I had no team. I had no product. It was rough, and I just had to eventually like put it to the side, and it was devastating. And then I got a job, and I thought, you know, boom, I'm working at this corporate startup. It's dope. But that wasn't dope either. I don't hate work. I just hate the structure of work, right? I don't hate working a job. I just hate the small stuff that you got to do that you don't feel is necessary. Like, I don't want to laugh at your jokes if they're not funny. Like, I want to swear in my emails and say the N-word all the time. Like, that's how I am. I can't just go into different environments and do that. So while I was doing that, one of my friends, Sean Bedgood, who's not here, he's in Los Angeles. He was a stand-up comic while being a full-time cop. And we were just complaining to each other about how hard our life was, and we thought it'd be pretty cool to meet other people who were doing the same thing. And we met a ton of people who were doing the same thing. At this point, I've interviewed about 25 to 30 folks from the city of Boston. You never know. They'd be sitting there coding during the day or working for the mayor's office, and at night they had something totally different going on, and that's what they really wanted to do. So we have 5 of those people here tonight. What they're going to do is get on a stage and kind of tell you who they are and the why. So, for example, my name is Joel. I'm from Roxbury, Massachusetts. Spent a little stint in Minnesota because I was messing up, and my mother got me out of here. I came back. I don't really have a true passion. I guess my passion is just passion, entrepreneurship in general. My issue is I multitask. So I'm that dude who has a new idea like every single day. Like, yo, don't you hate how like that little thing in the pizza sometimes hits the top of the box? Like, I got this idea. Like, that's me. Like whatever random conversation we have, I'm the dude trying to pull something from it. And I enjoy it. Like, when I'm not at work, I enjoy sitting down and having 5 or 6 ideas float in my head freely. Like, I enjoy trying to make sense of all the random thoughts that are in my head. I work at a tech company, shall remain nameless, because I don't know how copyrights work. And the people I work with are dope. They're great. Some of them are here tonight, chilling in the back. And a lot of it, there's a lot I like. There's stuff I don't like. But the biggest thing I like about it is whenever I get to create something. So that's what I'm consistently trying to find for myself. How do I create on my own terms, on my own time, under my own power? And that's what I'm searching for. That missing thing that's been eluding me. I don't know what it is. It could be this. It could be me talking to y'all or people like you on a stage, getting to meet other people. It could be tech. I don't know. It could be rapping. I don't know. Like, I just, deep down inside, I just feel like I can't be confined to a specific structure unless it's no structure, and that's the only way I thrive. So My goal is to find that structure for myself so I can then thrive. Does that make any sense? Great. So, moving forward, the next 5 people that you're going to talk to are going to give you something like that. They're going to tell you where they're from. They're going to tell you what they do from 9 to 5. Maybe they like it, maybe they love it, maybe they don't want to really talk about it. Maybe they're going to tell you how they got into that industry, what it's like having to wake up on those days where you don't feel like doing nothing. Waking up, seeing your email at 2, hitting refresh, and then seeing 42 and wanting to jump out of a window. Maybe they're going to tell you about office politics and how much they hate it. And what I want them to key in on is not really, and in the podcast, if you haven't heard it, Moonlighters Club podcast, look it up. It's not, I don't want to talk about success because we all know, we're all adults. Life's not one giant success story, right? There's downs. Like there's times where you got to pay money back and you don't have any money. There's times where you got to fire people. There's times where you do something with family and it don't work out and then y'all are not talking anymore. And I feel like, 1, it's therapy. It's good for you to get that out. And 2, it's also good for people to know. Like, I don't want to know only the good stuff. Tell me everything. Like, relationships don't work with all the good stuff about your partner. Like, I just got married. We scrap. Like, there's downs, you know? And it's like that. I want you to get to know these people on a personal level. And then hopefully when you do look at the business that they're doing, you'll think of it in a different way because you know the why. And not just for the people on stage, whoever's here, I want to meet you too. I don't care if it's painting, drawing, or nothing. You're here, and you deserve the space to talk just as much as I do. So if you want to email, joel@moonlightersclub.com. If you want to text or call me, I'll have to ask my wife first if that's cool, and then we can do something with that. If you want to just give me a shout out here and we can connect and work on something in the future, let's do it. I want to start small and create a network of just helping individuals and make people, loving people and helping people a regular thing. That was really cheesy, but you know, whatever. So you guys ready for that? You guys want to meet some entrepreneurs? You want to hear some stories? Is that cool with you? Cool. Just as long as you're listening and not swearing at them, I'm chill. Let's fucking go. Why did I swear too? So before we move on, I want to thank Turtle Swamp Brewing. This place is dope. If you've never been here, the beer is delicious. I live across the street. Thank you for letting us do this. And I want to thank all of you for coming. This really means a lot to me. I'll never forget it. Don't ask for favors immediately, though. I'm still going to welch on you. Wait it out. So we're going to get started. The first guest, and I'm not even going to really go into their story. I'm just going to say his name. He's just a really good person, and he's a really talented individual. Everyone, please give it up, make some noise for Jameson Vincent.